What's cracking, Bunny Ballers? My name is Bunny Tears. Welcome to my 100th video. My god, first things first, this is a free-for-all on Hijacked. I'm sniping, because you guys asked to see it. I'm not very good at sniping, but here it is anyway. I was wondering what to talk about in my 100th video. And then Rad Remy, a guy I know from Express, put a comment on my Bunny Talks episode, telling me to talk about how I started YouTube and who inspired me on the next Bunny Talks. However, I decided to take that idea and bring it over to my 100th video, just because I think that would be the most kind of relevant, because after putting up 100 gameplay videos on this channel, I think talking about the reasons why I started it and who inspired me would be just the best idea, because where I came from and where I am now are two very different places. So I'd like to talk to you guys about that. So this question, the whole why I started YouTube, who inspired me, are technically the same answer, because I started YouTube because someone on YouTube inspired me. Now, for those of you that don't know, I was into YouTube a long time ago. I'm pretty old now, compared to the guys at Express anyway. So I'm 22 years old now, as of 2 days ago. And, I mean, I don't know, back in those days, YouTube was a very different place. Things like partnerships and being paid for YouTube and stuff like that, it was unheard of. I mean, no one knew about it. It made no sense that people could get paid to do this. So anyone who started a YouTube channel was either doing it to try and get some kind of success just for themselves rather than financially, or was just doing it because they loved doing it. And I was one of the guys that just loved doing it. I mean, my videos that went up were absolutely awful. I'll be showing you one of them a bit later on in the video, but one of my, all of my videos earlier on were awful. They got terrible feedback, but I didn't care. I was just doing it because I loved it. I mean, for example, the video I'm going to show you today is the first video I ever put onto YouTube, and that video alone has more dislikes than the 78 odd videos that I've put out in the last 3 months, all put together. So, but it didn't affect me whatsoever. I really didn't care about people's feedback. I mean, if someone in the comments was directly trying to have a go at me, I'd just shut them down, just because that's the kind of person I was at the time. But how and why I started YouTube? Well, to be completely honest, the only person I remember who inspired me enough to make me think, right, I want to do this, was Zergriz. Now, if you haven't heard of Zergriz, he was a Call of Duty 3 and 4 sniper. He was kind of the person who created trickshotting, it's sniper-wise, in Call of Duties. He put out montages in Call of Duty 4 that literally blew my mind. I mean, it wasn't trickshotting in the sense that it is today, where you spin around 100 times and get lucky and hit someone. I'm not saying it's all luck, but a lot of it is luck. He was the kind of person who would go into a game and he would hit 20 720s because he knew what he was doing. He was able to pull off those things. So it was simpler, but his shots were unbelievable, and he was famous for his ability to no-scope across the map and things like that. And whenever I watched one of these montages, I was sitting there thinking, my god, I would give anything to be able to do what this guy does. So from that point on, I started just being a sniper in Call of Duty 4, trying to copy all of these trick shots that he was pulling off, learning how to no-scope, and I did actually get pretty good at it. I mean, if I go back to Call of Duty 4 now and snipe, I'm above average with trick shotting and things like that, but that's kind of where my channel started from. So I decided I was going to start making these montages. So when I started off, I didn't have any way to record gameplay. I didn't know how to record gameplay, just like so many other people, because it wasn't a big thing at that time. So the people who were recording their gameplay were the people who found out by themselves how to do it. It wasn't like there were tutorials out there. So when I first started, I literally had a wooden chair which I put in front of my TV, and then I stacked my games on this chair and put a camera on top of these games at the exact level, which would mean that what the camera was recording was the whole screen. So it was basically the best quality video you could possibly get while recording your television screen with a camera. So yeah, it was the best of the worst, essentially. So I was doing that, and my first video I put up, the one you're going to see today, was just a gold shotgun montage, because I had the gold shotgun in Call of Duty 4. I thought it was pretty cool, so I put up a gold shotgun montage. And after that, I put up a gold Desert Eagle montage. Now, at the moment, they've got like 6,000 views each, which is ridiculous. And part of me thinks, oh man, that's embarrassing. Because if someone looks at my videos now and then goes back to then, they're going to be like, wow, this guy's bad. But then a bigger part of me thinks, I can't take down those videos. That's where I came from. It's how I started, and if anything, compared to what they were, I'd like to think I've improved quite a bit since then. And I wouldn't change what I put up at all. I'd still go from the bottom to the top, because after that, I ended up getting my dazzle around the time of World at War. So I had my dazzle for World at War, and I was doing ninja defuse montages, sniping montages. I was just doing everything I could. I was trying too hard. I was basically a person who hadn't put the groundwork in, hadn't built the foundations of a successful YouTube, but was trying to do all of these successful YouTuber things. So I had that dazzle for World at War, and I mean, at this time, things like ninja defusing and montages, they were being created as we were going. So you wouldn't have heard of a ninja defuse, and then one guy would put it out, and then a couple more guys would put it out, and now it's fucking huge. So I'm really glad that I was there at that time when these things were created, because I feel like I was a part of something, even though I was kind of not creating it myself. I was just helping it expand. Now, I want to show you this first video that I put. This is the first video I ever put out on my YouTube channel. Like I said, it was a gold shotgun montage. And there was no commentary or anything. It was literally just this montage and Pendulum playing in the background. And I got in some trouble with third-party match content, whatever the hell it's called. But I just kind of admitted to it, and it was fine. But yeah, when this, you can tell now. If you look, I was basically, this was just from a camera. So this was the best quality that I could possibly put up. And it wasn't an amazing video. I mean, it was Shipment with a shotgun. I did okay. It was a pretty good game, but look at it. It is awful. And I mean, even if you go back to my commentary videos back in those days, I only had 2 commentary videos back then, and I was not confident at it. It took me having a job as a door-to-door salesman for 6 months before I could actually talk comfortably like I do now. And I just don't know. Seeing how much things have changed just blows my mind, and it's all thanks to you guys, like the Bunny Boilers. You're all insane. Some of you have been here since the very beginning. I'll get comments from people saying, like Wanapis. I get a comment from Wanapis saying, well, this is the first video you put up in 3 years. And he continues to comment on my videos. And it just blows my mind. It absolutely does. I'm going to bring out another video with some kind of giveaway thing that I'm going to be trying to do. It's not like a proper giveaway, but it's just to celebrate like my 100th video. So we're going to be giving away something, essentially. I'll put out another video today or maybe tomorrow explaining what exactly that is. But if you've enjoyed it, hit up the like button. You can also hit subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, this video is essentially for the subscribers anyway, so I assume most of you have subscribed. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all the links in the description. But really, I just want to say thanks, guys, 100% from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, because this has been a big part of my life.